What if I told you that there were natural remedies that could help individuals with everything from pain management to stress reduction to fevers or a simple stomach ache? That, in fact, there's a natural solution to just about any situation the body finds itself in. Best of all, unlike pharmaceutical options, natural alternatives do not manipulate the body, but rather support it so it finds its own way back to a level of homeostasis, hence healing. Many educated people find those statements difficult to believe, and some will actually have strong, argumentative reactions. But then again, most people have never heard or read any information on the use of therapeutic-grade essential oils. This audio program is designed to give you a basic overview of essential oils, their history, and how they work. In addition, a short section on the use of essential oils in dentistry has been included. Certainly, we can't tell you everything you need to know about essential oils in such a short time, but our goal is to at least pique your interest enough so you'll consider exploring the use of essential oils in your life and perhaps your practice. Once you've made that decision, then we can direct you to many more in-depth resources that will provide you with the statistics, data, and information you desire. Essential oils are the aromatic, volatile liquid that's within many shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, and seeds. That liquid, i.e. the oil, is the life force of the plant, carrying vital nutrients that protect it from infections and diseases. A good way to think of it is that essential oil is to the plant what blood is to humans. Basically, it's a transport mechanism that carries all the vital elements that help to keep it alive and healthy. If you cut yourself, you bleed. If you tear or snip a plant, it bleeds, so to speak. In both those processes, a substance is rushed to the location of the cut to help it fight infection, seal off the bleeding, and carry oxygen for repair. When you begin to break down the science and chemistry of them, you find that essential oils are truly amazing substances. Each essential oil is a complex structure of hundreds of different chemicals. A single essential oil may contain anywhere from 80 to 300 or more different chemical constituents. In the case of clary sage, there's up to 900. Essential oils, like all living things, are made up of compounds that are composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, sulfur, and nitrogen. There are actually 13 categories of essential oil constituents: alkanes, phenols, terpenes, alcohols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, oxides, lactones, coumarins, and furanoids. Each constituent has a different purpose to the plant and works in synergy for the survival of that plant species. Every essential oil has elements of one or more of these constituents, and it is that unique combination that gives it a specific application for medicinal purposes. Esters are calming, relaxing, and can be antifungal and antispasmodic. Phenols are antibacterial, anti-infectious, and antiseptic. Sesquiterpenes are antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and sedative. And ketones have decongestant and analgesic benefits. To say the least, essential oils are very complex. The Chemistry of Essential Oils Made Simple by Dr. David Stewart is a wonderful 800-plus page resource that goes into great detail how essential oils work. If you don't like chemistry, the book may initially scare you, but if you take it in bits and pieces and use it as more of a reference, your understanding of the subject will be enriched. For those wanting the more scientific explanation of how oils work, please take the time to read it cover to cover. For those of you who just want to know why essential oils work, the answer is simple. Because essential oils are the closest thing in chemical makeup to human blood known to man. so they become transport mechanisms for the constituents that they carry. Once introduced into your cells, they have an effect on the body, and they're lipid soluble and therefore penetrate the cell membranes. For example, essential oils can stimulate the secretion of antibodies, neurotransmitters, endorphins, hormones, and enzymes. They can also increase the uptake of oxygen and can enhance circulation and immune function. Most importantly, because of their complexity, essential oils do not disturb the body's natural balance of homeostasis. If one constituent exerts too strong an effect, another constituent may block or counteract it. Synthetic chemicals, in contrast, usually have one action and often disrupt the body's homeostasis. Another interesting aspect about essential oils is their powerful immunity. As we've seen in recent years, certain viruses and bacteria create a resistance to antibiotics and other drugs. Because of the complexity of essential oils, combined with the fact that every harvest of oil is slightly different due to growing conditions, therefore a different chemical makeup every time, resistance is not an issue. Many people don't realize that pharmacology, as we know it today, has its roots in plants. Most medicines have an active ingredient that stimulates one or more constituents of a plant. One of the most common would be any type of topical pain cream, which utilizes the properties of menthol. Menthol is the key constituent in peppermint oil, accounting for up to 44% of the extracted material. The menthol in the products you buy at the pharmacy, though, is almost always chemically reproduced. References to the use of essential oils can be traced to Egyptian manuscripts as far back as 2800 BC. There are many hieroglyphics on the walls of Egyptian temples that depict the use of oils and their recipes. In fact, an Egyptian medical scroll dated 1550 BC outlines 877 different prescriptions using essential oils. The Bible also has hundreds of references to essential oils and scents, including the gifts brought to Jesus upon his birth, which included frankincense and myrrh. The book, Healing Oils, Healing Hands, gives a wonderful account of how oils were used during the time of Christ and why the people of that time placed a higher value than gold on certain oils because of their medicinal properties. History also tells us that the Greeks used essential oils. In the temples, there are recipes for a number of medicinal oils inscribed on marble tablets. Hippocrates, the famous Greek scholar, is quoted as saying, "The way to health is to have an aromatic bath and scented massage every day." The skeptic might note that Hippocrates didn't use the exact words essential oils in this statement, but put in the context of what we know during his time, most believe he was referring to essential oils. Many other countries like India and China have long since used aromatics, herbs, and essential oils, as well as have the native Indians in the United States and Canada, and the Aborigines in Australia and New Zealand. Throughout time and cultures, people have used these gifts of nature to treat physical conditions as well as emotional and spiritual support. Now you may be wondering, if people have been using essential oils and aromatics for thousands of years for medicinal purposes, why have I never heard of it? That's a valid question, and one we can only answer by way of logical reasoning. First, because essential oils were so revered and valuable, it was usually the very wealthy who had access to them. Second, because of their unavailability, common people turned to plants and dried herbs. It was commonplace for every household to have an herb garden. If you're old enough, you may remember your grandmother having one and making you a fresh cup of peppermint tea when you had a stomachache. However, like sewing, baking, preserving, and other once common daily activities, Western society sped up and very few people today have any kind of garden, never mind growing their own herbs. The age-old process of handing down life skills and knowledge from one generation to the next has unfortunately deteriorated. Finally, advancements in science and the ability to chemically manufacture medicines made it economically advantageous to produce large amounts of products at a fraction of the cost and a lot less time than with plants. This also created the commercial motivation for manufacturers and whole industries to actively discredit competitors who offer alternatives like essential oils. There may be many other reasons, but what we know is history tells us that people used herbs and essential oils for a very long time, but they just fell out of everyday use. Fortunately, because of a very unfortunate accident involving René Maurice Gattefossé, a French doctor and cosmetic chemist, they were reintroduced in the early 1900s. As the story is told, Dr. Gattefossé was working in a lab when an explosion occurred and his hands were engulfed in flames. After the flames were extinguished, he put his hands into a bucket of lavender, thinking it was water. Miraculously, his hands healed, and being a scientist, he began studying the chemistry of essential oils, later publishing a book in 1937 entitled Aromatherapy. Dr. Gattefossé then shared his work with a medical colleague, Dr. Jean Valnet from Paris. Valnet served as a doctor in World War II, and when he ran out of antibiotics, he began using essential oils on patients with battlefield injuries and had very positive results. Since that time, although not widely publicized, essential oils have been scientifically studied extensively around the world. You may be surprised to learn that in the National Library of Medicine, which is the largest medical library in the world, essential oils are represented in almost 10,000 studies. As it relates to dentistry, there are a variety of applications with essential oils. Historically, clove oil was used in early dentistry for centuries because of its analgesic, hence pain-killing properties. Science has since discovered that essential oils are not only analgesic, but also antiseptic, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, antifungal, and antibacterial. Today, dental practices, medical professionals, and hospitals around the world use therapeutic-grade essential oils from everything from relaxing and reducing anxiety to pain management. Some common uses of essential oils in dental practices include using lemon oil as an antiseptic air freshener and cleaner that is also uplifting and refreshing. Other citrus options like orange or a citrus fresh blend can also be used in the same ways. For helping patients with anxiety, there are a number of options. A combination of bergamot and frankincense has proven to help calm nerves, as does lavender, or Young Living brand blends like Peace and Calming and Stress Away, or their convenient Tranquil Roll-On. You can provide peppermint oil or a blend called Breathe Easy as an instant decongestant, allowing patients to breathe through their nose again. For patients dealing with heavy metal toxin issues, blends like Juvicleanse, which include helichrysum, celery seed, and ledum, have been clinically researched by Dr. Roger Lewis at the Young Life Research Clinic in Provo, Utah. A 2003 published study showed Juvicleanse helped to remove mercury from body tissues. In one case during the study, a 20-year-old male diagnosed with hepatitis C had a viral count of 13,200. After taking 2 capsules, approximately 750 milligrams each, of Juvicleanse per day for 1 month with no other intervention, the patient's viral count dropped more than 80% to 2,580. You could also make essential oil mouth rinses for the office that are refreshing and antibacterial without any chemicals. Thieves Blend mouthwash is pre-made and patients love it. A line of Thieves Blend toothpaste is also available. Not only are these products completely free of any toxins such as sodium lauryl sulfates, but they provide patients with an increased feeling of clean teeth and a reduction in tartar between visits. For practices that want to make a visit fun for kids, a small lip balm making station could be easily created. And these are just a handful of the examples. Now, you might be thinking, that's interesting. But it's important to stop here and mention that not all essential oils are equal, and selection is absolutely critical. First, let's start out by explaining that there are a variety of different grades of essential oils, and poor regulation and packaging laws make it simple for manufacturers to hide the ingredients of their product. In North America, essential oils fall under perfume standards as it relates to governmental regulation, and there are 3 grades. Grade A oils are pure, authentic, therapeutic quality. They're usually made from organically grown plants distilled at lower temperatures using steam distillation. In order to achieve therapeutic grade classification, each essential oil must achieve the designation naturally without excess manipulation and refinement, and must meet specific criteria in 4 key areas: plants, preparation, purity, and potency. Grade B oils are food grade. These may contain synthetics, pesticides, fertilizers, extenders, or filler oils, all of which cause adulteration. Grade C oils are perfume grade and may contain the same type of adulterating chemicals as food grade. They usually contain solvents which are used to create more products with a small amount of actual oil. Solvents, of course, are toxic and can be cancerous. The bottom line is this: there is no certification for essential oils anywhere in the world. So you want to make sure that you are choosing the best oils and using a company that has absolutely no questionable standards in the creation and production of their product. Deciding that is easy. Knowing which oils are actually pure and meet such standards isn't so simple. In fact, if you were to go down to your local health food store, the bottles of essential oils they have on their shelves will look nice, and the product can smell nice, and the bottle might even say 100% pure essential oil. It might even say 100% pure therapeutic essential oil. Unfortunately, no matter what it says, there's a good chance that it's not pure, not therapeutic, and not something that you'd want to inhale, put on your body, or certainly ingest. Unless you know the exact planting, growing, harvesting, distillation, and bottling process of a particular essential oil brand, you don't want to risk using it for all the reasons we've already stated. Most essential oil products are bottled by a company that had nothing to do with the planting, growing, harvesting, or distillation. There is, however, one company that we know of that meticulously manages the entire process, ensuring consumers pure, genuine essential oils, and it's called Young Living. Young Living is the world leader in essential oils. D. Gary Young, ND, is committed to ensuring that every essential oil that they bottle is absolutely genuine. He's the founder of the company, and Young Living is the only company in the world to develop what's known as the seed to seal process, of which there are 5 steps. 1. Seed. Select seeds that are of the highest quality and that will produce the best result. Species certification involves scientific research, field study, university documentation, and on-site planting certification. 2. Cultivate. Soil preparation, proper irrigation, responsible weed and pest control, and wildcraft harvesting ensure the highest standards. Most importantly, plants need to be grown on uncontaminated soil that is free of fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals used in most farming today. Further, they need to be away from other environmental toxins and pollutants that are present near nuclear plants, coal-fired generators, factories, and highly populated areas. Young Living now has 9 farms on many continents, located in remote, clean environments. 3. Distill. Every plant material is different, and therefore distillation of each plant can have variances. Some plants need to be distilled immediately upon harvesting, while others may need to cure for several days. These differences significantly impact the quality of the constituents that contain the therapeutic benefits. Once ready to distill, Young Living's proprietary low-temperature, low-pressure steam distillation process ensures that each oil is uncompromised during the extraction process. 4. Test. Young Living oils must pass stringent testing to ensure the optimal bioactive compounds are present. Internal and third-party laboratories are used to verify purity, and each essential oil is tested during various stages. Young Living has been able to compile and categorize over 280,000 references to build their own library for uncontested plant identity. And 5. Seal. Young Living completes the seed-to-seal process by carefully filling each bottle at its own high-tech, state-of-the-art production facility. Only after each bottle is sealed and inspected is it ready to be shipped. Today, after over 20 years of dedication to building the company and the brand, Young Living offers over 300 essential oils and essential oil products. Whether it's in skincare, personal care, kids products, or nutritional supplements, every single product is infused with essential oils to maximize its effectiveness. In addition, Young Living has accumulated the collective experience and wisdom of thousands of therapists and users over the past 20 years. Because we're advocating Young Living products, it's natural for listeners to stop and question, so why is this author endorsing this one essential oil company? What's in it for them? Yes, I both use the Young Living products and am an independent distributor of their products. But the goal of this audio is simply to educate, and the chances are that you've gotten it from someone other than me. There are thousands of Young Living distributors around the world who have no connection with me and whom you can directly contact about purchasing these products. The reason I invest the time, energy, and effort into producing these audios is to help others share the story of essential oils and introduce them to others. So, if you're interested in obtaining more information about how you might be able to incorporate the Young Living products into your life or your dental practice, please contact the person who gave you the link to this educational program, which they should have added at the end of this recording. I thank you for your time and your interest in essential oils, and until next time, this is Casey Conrad, author of Vibrant Health Now, and I wish you good health.